Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Generally a decent pick, but struggles a bit in the Maokai because that point-and-click lockdown you can struggle into. But to be honest, if I'm that, so got to be a bit careful in these team fights. And now you see Dudu actually trying to freeze the wave here. This is a good angle to set up for a gank, and it is level 6 for Doran, it's level 6 for Dudu.
Yeah, information given over here as Doran is kind of given up on here just a little bit by Peanut, who did move away from it. Decides instead he's just going to get out of there, and that is first blood going over to the Rek'Sai top lane. You often call the Chemtech though, so if you call it, then I mean, it's got to get in there, as it'll be a cloud. So unfortunately, I was a bit too focused on the dragons, and therefore the clouds come up. And yeah, he is going to find it there, as there's no flash on this cow, and I don't think it would have mattered anyway. That is going to be the second kill for the Kwangdong Freecs this time, going over to Bull.
Really good setup, really good angle, perfect max range ult.
Yep. And you know, third dragon's the dream. For a composition like this is kind of how I'm feeling. You want to get your Corki and your Zeri with a couple Valkyrie I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, just dodges away, manages to disengage. A lot of ults burn from the side of Kwangdong Freecs. I still think they're in a strong spot to contest this.
Yeah, Cuz diving on in. There is the Nature's Grasp now as Bull, Killer Instinct. They dive on top of the jungler, and now it is Viper's turn to press his ultimate button. Emperor's Divide is going to land on both of the tankier members, and now Viper is still trying to do damage, but his front line is dead. The double knock-up for the newly improved Rek'Sai is going to lock up the kill onto the cow, and Viper sees these low health bars, but they haven't been able to get any kills. Is it now going to be the time? And the answer, I think, is no. Viper at full health, but he still needs to walk away.
They're just not at the point where they can...
Of this river. Looks like they will be able to start off this Drake as well. Kwangdong Freecs probably not going to give this one up without a fight. Bulldog does have the Emperor's Divide and Flash both available. They are stacked up. Sand Soldiers in position. Headbutt pulverized onto Bulldog, and the Glacial Prison goes wide. Dudu trying to get into this pit alongside Cuz. They lock down the dragon, but these knockups are massive. Emperor's Divide onto everyone but Doran. He slips by, and that is going to be the pickup. The trade is for a Corki for Rakan, and that's going to be Dudu going down as well. What the heck? Never mind, it's not Dudu going down. Doran died, but Dudu, it's impossible to kill this Rek'Sai, I guess.
Look how much damage Viper did, and it just didn't matter.
Because even in extended fights, it feels like Dudu is able to get so much done, just burrowing in and out, and still keeping himself healthy. So, Hanwha Life gonna walk on over here as the Baron has been started. Good knock-up onto Peanut, but a Glacial Prism once again does go wide. There's the pulverized flash, and Quantum is just gonna get eviscerated. There is a nice ulti connecting that snare onto Bulldog, but it's not enough. He finds 3 with the Emperor's Divide. Still, Viper is offering damage back, and now it's Doran's turn to try and be immortal in that front line. Hanwha Life Esports finding themselves a victory, and Viper wants even more. Bull being chased down. Extendo Beam gets the flash. That is a lot of value here. Much of their engaged potential now taken down.
Oh, they get
package will be delivered to the mid lane, and so therefore, no opportunity here, as Dudu just very happy to walk on top of that package damage. And his soul point now picked up for Kwangdong Freecs. All of a sudden, tempo moves back in their favor.
Yeah, and to like setting up now, Dudu trying to find an angle here.
Yeah, Quantum as well on a deep flank. Bull has taken a lot of random damage from the Baron, as has Bulldog. And Bulldog, if he keeps getting hit by these, it's really dangerous. Nature's Grasp does come down. They're looking to target Delight once again. It's a big pulverize, though, as now right back over the wall goes Dudu, and he's taking out... Oh, what the heck? Okay, well, he is going to fall now as the Void Rush did come through, and it's a double kill for Zeka. Hanwha Life Esports just so much more control in these team fights, and there's the Valkyrie on top of Bull. No Killer Instinct is going to be enough to get you out of that one, and there is a pentakill on the table here for Zeka if they can corral Cuz and Bulldog underneath this outer turret, and I think they might look for it, even though he's exceedingly low. No, probably just going to be a full house. Zeka's full of Vipers, unless he can get the 4 of a kind. Zeka comes on over, but no, there's that full house that we're talking about. That is going to be the clean ace for Hanwha Life Esports, and they can head towards this Baron.
Yeah, and I think this is Hanwha Life Esports glory on the Zeri. This is full damage output. This is, I want to cut through these tanks as much as possible. Remember, 5% more armor pen on the LDR. He's going to shred.
Yeah, Nature's Grasp is going to come on through, tanked up here by Cuz. As Bull and Bulldog will be all right for the moment. Glacial Prison connects onto Delight, but he just straight up doesn't care. Didn't even want to press the ultimate button. As now Quantum looks for that backline. Massive knockouts come through as well. The flank angle is gorgeous. They've taken down the Zeri, but is that going to be enough? Because Zeka is still basically at full health and they're being torn to shreds. It didn't matter. They got their target and there's still a Corki.
Looked like the setup was so good, they managed to kill Viper, but so much is lost in return. The turnaround damage from Doran, the turnaround damage from Zeka decimates Kwangdong Freecs. Yes, they got Viper, but they paid heavily. And now I think it might just be an end angle. Only Quantum up for 20 seconds. I don't think he can do anything.
Not sure about it. Zeka is very, very strong. They do a lot of structural damage, but maybe they are going to back off after this one. Just look to get back a couple of years. As Kwangdong Freecs, yeah, they know that this is gone. So just a Drake number 2 for Hanwha Life Esports, not worth Kwangdong Freecs losing the game. It has built purely based on hit, right?
Yeah.
It's not anything about like the hybrid builds that we have seen. You mentioned exactly why that would be the case, but it means he has to get up close and personal to do any damage at all. And this composition from Hanwha Life Esports doesn't really let you go up and close and personal unless they want you to, and that's exactly what Delight's going to do now. As Zeri dashes over the wall, I just feel like Viper gave himself up for that one. Quantum is going to emote, but then he's immediately going to go down. A trade of 80 carries is now Doran. He's looking to get in amongst it. Bulldog Empress divides the air, and that is going to spell the end of this team fight. It is enough to they could all build one. It's like the masquerade ball composition as Delight. Not quite able to get over that wall.
You know,
a little bit of a short hop there on that one.
I played a fair bit of Alistair. It's definitely
Oh dear. On a merry jaunt is Peanut, and he is very far away after that Emperor's Divide. The rest of Hanwha Life Esports wanting to commit to this one. The Pulverize is massive as Dudu trying to get into that backline, but now Viper, he has everyone behind him. The bottom lane has been torn apart once again, and Cuz is running the wrong direction, doesn't have any teammates, and somehow that massive ride that Peanut just went on was absolutely the right thing to do.
Yeah, a little bit of an oopsie there from Delight, but Peanut's there with a follow-up to pick out the Zeri. But it just ends up not being enough. So you see, Full goes in, dashes over, instantly grabs.
Dudu taking a lot of damage here, and he's just going to get rocketed to the back of the head.
Yeah, you know, it's not a new experience seeing Rek'Sai fall off. That was kind of always the case, but definitely a reminder that this champion doesn't hold up as well in the later stages of the game.
No, not so much, especially in the context of these compositions where Hanwha Life have a Zeri and a Corki, and then a whole lot of frontline to throw. Like the tank lethality Aatrox that we talk about is included in that frontline conversation. Yeah. And now these minions are knocking on the front door of Kwangdong Freecs, and the Nature's Grasp coming out once again. As Bulldog does stand behind Cuz, but that is going to create enough space to take down these Nexus turrets, and my god, Quantum is burning, gets to the fountain and is going to at least survive, but his Nexus turret's not going to be so lucky. The Nexus is now exposed. Some lower health bars here on Hanwha Life, but they will just take themselves. Kwangdong Freecs played fantastically well.
A lot of respect.
Yeah. And I think that it is well deserved, even though the gold lead is now 11.
See the Corki get to the stage, because normally it's kind of 1 on 3 or 4 items. The damage here is just going to be ridiculous.
Yeah, it was already ridiculous, and now it is. We're going to need more adjectives. There's a Pulverize on to Cuz. Pretty tanky though, especially with that Frost Armor. Okay, yep, ridiculous. Very true. Emperor's Divide just to get rid of Peanut. Viper says that's his opportunity to just go in. Both of these carries just tearing holes in Kwangdong Freecs with every single ability. And this Nexus is not going to be long for the world. They'll grab a couple of kills on their way out, but Hanwha Life, it was difficult in the early game, but they managed to make it happen in the end. 1-0 in the series so far.
Yeah, and I think it's very clear that